ARK Lost Colony just got a new teaser trailer, revealing the location of the new DLC. In this video I will break down the trailer and talk about all the new information that we got. And as we thought, the Lost Colony DLC is going to take place on Arat Prime. At the very beginning of the trailer we can see a nice rendered cutscene of Helena and Mika talk. This is happening on the planet in ARK 2, as that's the only place where we have seen Mika so far. She's also the girl in Bob's Tall Tales, so this kid enjoys a good story very much. In the next scene we see that Mei Yin is arriving at Arat Prime and encountering some kind of vampire bat creature. She's using a new item looking like some kind of tech lance to vanquish it. The city that she's gazing at is Arat Prime. Arat Prime is located at the opposite side of Earth from Sanctuary City, where we play in the Extinction map. It was the control center for the ARKs and the Genesis colony ship. This was where Diana and Mei Yin went in the Extinction lore to use the superluminal link that was present there to transfer Diana to the Genesis colony ship. It was probably also where Rockwell went after the Aberration Ark had crashed on Earth to hack or slip onto the Genesis colony ship that we get to explore in Genesis Part 2. The Lost Colony DLC is supposed to bridge the gap from ARK Extinction to ARK Genesis and into the world of ARK 2, so we will soon know for sure what happened. Now let's take a closer look at this city. If we start at the edges down to the right, we can see some kind of yellow lights looking like a traditional village, and just to the left of it there's some kind of wall or maybe a bridge. Onwards we can see a great field beaming with red lights, both from some kind of security towers. I wonder what those are. Looks very interesting to say the least. I hope that we can go inside them, fighting our way through or something. If we look closer on the ground, the red lights seems to be some kind of lava or some red mist that looks pretty scary actually. The most obvious part of the picture is of course the castle, and it looks very much like some kind of vampire stronghold. And might very well be, as the bat monster we saw in the beginning of the trailer looks like a vampire of some sort. Right at the top of the castle there's some kind of landing pad if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that's the boss arena. We'll just have to wait and see. Another thing we can spot is the Earth's shadowed moon projecting some of the sun's beams toward the surface of the map. At this point in time Earth is still in a tidal lock, but when we arrive there it won't be, as we have started a receding project after defeating the King Titan. Earth has started to spin again, making the surface thaw from the thick layer of ice that must have been present here. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button and subscribe, survivors. The Steam page of the Lost Colony DLC is also up. And here we get some interesting info on the content of the DLC. Confront the demons of Arat Prime, the birthplace of the ARKs, in ASA's first massive canonical expansion pack, ARK Lost Colony. Starring Michelle Yeoh as Mei Yin in cinematic anime sequences by legendary Japanese studio MAPPA. The epic new story of ARK Lost Colony bridges the gap from ARK Extinction to ARK Genesis and into the world of ARK 2, as you follow Mei Yin's footsteps through an intense journey into the heart of darkness. You'll unlock powerful lost character ability trees, befriend exotic tames and master advanced new building systems. But beware, the frozen wastes of Arat Prime are not devoid of intelligent life. On the contrary, the city has become a war-torn battleground between twisted element-powered factions, seeking to undo what was accomplished at the end of ARK Extinction. Together with generations of heroes, you'll unite the past and the future of ARK. Now this is actually the first time in a very long time that we get to hear something about ARK 2, so that's very positive, knowing that it's still in development. The ability trees that are mentioned has also been mentioned before in the talks of ARK 2, and so has the advanced crafting and building systems. Maybe this is a great time to test all of these systems out before implementing them into ARK 2. That Arat Prime has become a war-torn battleground between twisted element-powered factions might actually be the work of our dear Sir Edmund Norman Rockwell. He might have experimented on the inhabitants on Arat Prime before slipping through to the Genesis colony ship. Who knows? In the very end of the new Lost Colony trailer we can see 3 symbols. One with a piece of element and what seems to be Rockwell's glasses, the United Republic of Earth or URE logo, and the last one is probably the vampire faction inhabiting Arat Prime to this day. It will be mighty interesting to get all the lore in this DLC, as it seems to be quite story driven. I'm also very curious to hear how the war have kept on raging on the planet for so long. I haven't mentioned it before, but yes, I do believe that the bat monster will be tameable somehow, and if it is, I will of course show you how to tame one. The Lost Colony DLC is still set to release this November and will cost us $30. What's your take on the Lost Colony trailer, and what do you think will be this DLC's boss? Will it be Dracula or something else? Anyway, if you're as excited as I am, comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's it for this video. Stay safe out there, survivors, and go prepare for the Lost Colony DLC.